race fans? It's Race Day Top 5 with me, Frank 5. I hope everybody's doing well out there. I hope everybody's still doing well, especially now that the NASCAR season has officially come to an end. It's been a little over a week now since we concluded the season in Phoenix with Championship Weekend, where we crowned 3 champions for this year. Joey Logano for the NASCAR Cup Series, Justin Allgaier for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and Ty Majeski for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. What a year we've had, ladies and gentlemen. Right up to the beginning of the season with the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum in LA, having to move a day early because we got impacted by weather out there, but we were able to get the whole thing in. And then having the Daytona 500 and Daytona Speed Weeks kick off the entire season. And from the get-go, it was a very interesting start to the year. We had some phenomenal photo finishes this year in all the series. Of course, the 3-wide finish for the NASCAR Cup Series at Atlanta in race 2 earlier this year, where we had Daniel Suarez edging out Ryan Blaney and Kyle Busch in a 3-wide photo finish. Unbelievable. We had Sam Mayer edging out Ryan Sieg for the win in the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Texas. And then we had the closest finish in NASCAR history, where Kyle Larson beat Chris Buescher by 1/1000th of a second in overtime at Kansas. I mean, unbelievable stuff. There have been a lot of highs this year for a lot of drivers, seeing some drivers rise to the occasion and make their name for themselves. And others took a little bit of a step down this year. They've had their struggles, or some have had to step away. Of course, we had to say goodbye to a lot of things this year. Sometimes, they say all good things must come to an end. Well, we've had a lot of that this year. The end of FedEx's tenure in NASCAR, as they're no longer a part of the sport, and that ends their long relationship with Denny Hamlin. Kyle Busch's streak of winning every single year he's been in the Cup Series came to an end this year. The closure of Stewart-Haas Racing, a team that has had success ever since they came into the Cup Series in 2009, when Tony Stewart and Gene Haas came together to form their own race team and were able to win 2 championships and many, many races. And then, of course, the final season, full-time season, shall I say, of Martin Truex Jr. And what a career he has had. He's dealt with a lot of lows, but he's also had a lot of highs in his career. And of course, one of those highs was winning the NASCAR Cup Series championship in 2017, in what was a career year and one of the best years I've ever seen from a driver since probably Jimmy Johnson in 2007, honestly, because he won 10 races that year and won the championship. I feel like I give a little credit to kind of compare his season to that. But it was fun to watch Martin Truex Jr. over many, many years of full-time racing, and sadly he won't be part of it anymore, but we'll still see him in a few races next year, which I'm very excited for. We've also had a lot of other drivers rise, of course, with their teams, like Tyler Reddick in 2311 Racing, emerging as a contender in the NASCAR Cup Series. We saw Chase Elliott and Alex Bowman overcoming injuries and inconsistencies in 2023 last year. Both returned to victory lane this year, both made the playoffs, and both were very, very competitive, and I expect a lot of good things for them this year. Kyle Larson had a lot of success this season, of course, with the 6 wins he accumulated, tried to attempt the double in running the Indy 500 and the Coke 600 in the same day. Didn't work out, although he did run the entire Indy 500 race. He tried to get to the 600, just a little too short, especially with it being rained at the very end and not being able to restart, although he was able to get that waiver to make him playoff eligible with the wins he accumulated. He had a lot of really good moments this year. William Byron winning a lot of races this year, particularly the Daytona 500 to start off the year, and winning at Martinsville and celebrating Hendrick's 40-year anniversary of being a race car team. One of the most legendary and iconic teams in our sport, and we thank them for all that they've done in the sport, and we look forward to many, many years with them still in the sport and being one of the top teams in racing. A lot of great moments this year. Christopher Bell shined to the occasion. We saw a couple other guys have some bright moments. And of course, Harrison Burton winning at Daytona, giving the Wood Brothers their 100th win in the series. And of course, winning at Daytona, and Harrison winning it with his dad calling the race in the debut broadcast of Lee Diffie for NASCAR and NBC full-time, I shall say. And of course, the Chicago Street Course had its moments this year, both good and bad, but the finishes have been fairly entertaining. A lot of battles in the Truck Series, and of course, we can't forget, a lot of this season, we've had some fights. Of course, Kyle Busch, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. at the All-Star race at North Wilkesboro definitely turned a lot of heads. A repaved service in North Wilkesboro for the All-Star weekend. Different combination of tires that we brought for certain races this year. Some worked, some need a little bit more work this offseason. But we've had a lot of fun moments this year, and I hope that my commentary and my analysis of many of the races this year entertained a lot of you. I had a lot of fun recapping every single NASCAR Cup Series race and the races that I attended this year. I hope I got a lot of good footage and a lot of good moments for a lot of you to enjoy from this season. I had a lot of fun being at the Coke 600 yet again. I enjoyed the truck race that Friday night. Of course, going to both the races of the Roval this year were very, very entertaining as well. And then seeing another elimination race in Martinsville where it came down to the nitty-gritty at the very end, and albeit a little controversial moment, 30 minutes after the checkered flag to find out who got in, who did not get in as far as the final spot in the Final Four. But it was a lot of fun to be at the races that I attended to this year, and hopefully I'll be able to attend a little more in 2025 next year. I had a blast. It's just always good to go to a race, and even if you can't be at the track live, just enjoy watching it on your mobile device or your television. And I hope a lot of people got to enjoy that this year. But with that being said, the season is officially over, and now it's time to spend time with family and friends with the holidays coming up. Of course, for everybody that is celebrating Thanksgiving in America, happy Thanksgiving to all. I hope you all can be very thankful for what you have in your life. Family, friends, your health, everything. And I hope everybody does have a safe travel time in Thanksgiving, because this time of the year, it gets hectic. And I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday during the winter time with, a Merry Christmas to all, a Happy Hanukkah to all those out there. And I hope everybody has a Happy New Year for one thing. Of course, we're about to transition into a new year next year. And before you know it, NASCAR will be around. So this will be my last video of the 2024 season, saying thank you to all of you for watching my videos this year, my race recaps, and my racing vlogs live. I hope I've entertained you folks with my insight, my opinions, and my time at the racetracks. I had a blast doing it this year, and I look forward to more great content in 2025. So I'm going to step away, and I'll be back for 2025 when the season kicks off at Bowman Gray Stadium for the Busch Light Clash. So I hope everybody has a wonderful offseason. Subscribe, like, and thank you so much for watching Race Day Top 5 with Frank 5 this 2024 season. Have a great offseason, everybody, and I'll see you in 2025. And one more thing, let's go racing!